I'll be back out bagging Dell's 30s today. I've not been going very long and my feet are wet through. It's just a bog fest. It's to be expected in this area. Maybe at this time of year, I don't know. I think it's probably boggy all the time up here. So, completed St Cuthbert's Way on Monday. It's now Saturday, back in Yorkshire. If you watched the last one, I got 2 walks planned over 2 days. I ended up finishing the first one earlier than expected, so I just carried on and did the second day's walk. Now this time I've planned a walk for today, Saturday, camping at Usher Gap campsite, and then a walk tomorrow. When I've got here, I've had a look at the map and I've reassessed. You've got to be able to adapt, you see. When you get to a pub after a day's walking, it is a nicer feeling knowing that you haven't got a walking morning. I know that sounds bad if you're into your walking, but if I can get it all done in one day, pints will taste sweeter knowing you can have a bit of lie in and then pack up in the morning and off home. So today's the first route today, we're about 11 mile. God, this is boggy. But the good part of the first bit's on the road. Good few mile. So I thought, right, I'm going to drive up on the road, knock some of these miles off. I'm going to lovely seat first, and then Great Shunner Fell, and then walk back to the car, and then I'm going to drive back down to Mucka, and then start the second part, which would have been tomorrow's walk to Rogan seat and back. That's about 10-11 mile, and then just pop back up to Usher Gap, which is less than a mile from centre of Mucka, and get tent set up. There's a pub in Mucka. It's a community run pub. They've been searching for new tenants. They've got new tenants there starting tomorrow on Sunday, but the pub, from what I can gather, will be open from 7 o'clock tonight. So get back, get tent set up and chill out for a bit, and then have a walk down to Farmer's Arms at Mucka and have a few pints. But yeah, there's not many views at the minute, and it is boggy, and my feet are already wet through, but we're out. So bring you back in a bit. Checking weather all week, and apparently there's supposed to be a sort of north-south dividing country. It's south we're going to get a lot of wet weather, quite heavy showers, but north we're going to be alright. Look quite bright. Anyway, I checked yesterday, started to look cloudier and cloudier. I left the house this morning about 7 o'clock in South Yorkshire. It was misty and very fine drizzle. As I've come up A1, it has dried up, but as you can see, it's not cleared. It's still cloudy, but it's dry at the moment, which is a bonus. Sorry, views aren't better for you. Apparently on map, this area is called Grimy Gutter Hags. Just have to be careful where you're putting your feet, because only other great puddles as holes as well, retaining any ankles. Very surprised if I see anybody else. So we've now picked up, this is the Pennine Way. This is Great Shunner Fell. So we're heading back down to Buttertubs Pass to car, and as I say, we'll just drive down into Mulker and park up, and then make us way up to Rogan Seat. It's about 11:15. As I say, I think that Rogan Seat walk from Mulker is about 11 miles. So we should be fine for daylight and what have you. Getting back and getting tent up. I'm trying to follow my ass. adaptable. So I've got my dad to Mooka, couldn't find anywhere to park. Now I could have gone back a mile and left the car at campsite, but that'd have added another 2 mile onto the 11-mile route. So I've had another look at map, and I've drove to just above Gunnerside, and then there's this track that runs a good way up. Because I'm in car, I've got plenty of changes of socks and footwear, so I've put fresh socks and trail runners on. Feet were wet through, so I'm now on a nice dry track, which gets you a good, probably halfway up towards Rogan Seat, and then join onto the path and up, back that same way back to the car. I think it's about 7 or 8 mile there and back, so I've saved myself some miles from the original route. A lot of these are sort of out of way on their own, and a lot are described as just featureless trudges really. Terrain's not great, paths aren't great, so this obviously, this route up on this track's a nice little bonus. I'll spin you around in a minute, you can see how far it goes up, and then you'll get onto normal path. Whether that's going to be boggy and I'm going to have wet feet again, I don't know, but at the moment I feel great because I've swapped my socks and shoes. I'll just spin you around and you see if you can see just how far the road goes up and round to the right. It's not wobbling too much. I've not got a David Gimbleby. I can see a bit of blue sky as well now, which is nice. Rogan seat doesn't look very comfortable. There's a few Rogans being up here. Left little bevel, 62, 94, 1922, 2000. This one down there lives us. So when I come through that gate on way up, I went up that little mound there and I went up there. Completely unnecessary, got my feet wet for now, paths were rubbish. If you're coming up from Gunner side, just stay on this track, just stay on it and you'll hit the coast to coast path. Just turn left at top and then when you come to the coast to coast sign, there's a track off to the right. If you just take that, that takes you all the way up to just outside of Rogan seat, and then you can see it from track. You just have to go off piste for 5 minutes, but you can see it Little Cairn. But yeah, don't go up there, stay on the track. I'd have had dry feet now, but never mind. Right, tents up at Usher Gap campsite. I've just had a quick pint in King's Head at Gunner side. It's around about 4 o'clock. Farmer's Arms, if it's open, don't open while 7, so I'm just going to chill out for a bit. I've got a couple of cans. I could do with having something to eat, but I'm not particularly hungry. I've got some sandwiches, I've got my cook kit. I've got dehydrated pasta bolognese, but I'm not particularly hungry at the minute. So I'll have a couple of cans, see how I feel. And then I'll probably have a walk down to Farmer's Arms for 7 o'clock and have a couple of pints. See you in a bit. It's 7:15, so I'm going to walk down to the village to see if pub's open. It has been open on Friday, Saturdays at 7 o'clock the last few weeks. As I mentioned earlier on today, there's new tenants going in tomorrow. So I'm hoping it's going to be open. If not, I'll just walk back up. It's just under a mile, I think, from Usher Gap campsite to the village. As for that campsite, it's dead right. It's lovely and peaceful. It's really quiet. There's none of this please don't arrive before a certain time and you must leave before a certain time. It's you just turn up when you want and go when you want. Girl in reception were lovely. Facilities are brilliant. If weather's a bit inclement, there's where showers and pot washing things are. There's like a indoor bit with a bench and like a shelf with loads of books on, and so you can get out at weather if you want to, if you need to sit in there. There's two parts to it. There's one part outside the river, the opposite side of the road, that's where I am. There's about 3 or 4 other tents. It's really quiet, and then there's the main field where farm side is. A few on there as well. Again, it's not rowdy, unless it turns rowdy tonight, but I wouldn't have thought so. It's not that type of place. So we'll see if the Farmer's Arms open and have a couple of pints. If not, I'll go back with 1 can left. It'll be an early night. We'll see. Ten minutes early. Right, tent's all down. It's about 7 o'clock. I'm having this coffee and then I'm going to get off. So until the next one, City.